Well, welcome in to Clear's Mud. I'm your host, or one of them, I guess, Riveter. Today we're joined by, she did make it, Seth.
Of course I made it.
Uh,
I was on time.
Bullshit. We're going to talk about payroll deduction when this is all said and done.
No.
Gigi Hearts.
Hi.
And someone who's starting to become almost like an adoptive regular on here, Nerdy John. How you doing, Nerdy?
Oh, well, how are we doing, folks?
I'm doing fine. I think everybody's doing great. Everybody is talking about Edwin. Edwin. It's almost like freaking Marsha around here.
My favorite straight man.
Your favorite straight man, exactly. All right. So I am going to be probably just so chat's aware. I'm going to be fairly quiet. I don't have just a tremendous amount of stuff to say about this. I have watched the stream in its entirety. But so I'm going to pretty much let Seth and Gigi and I guess Nerdy now kind of do things. I'm going to sit here and mash buttons and play basically like DrSharvago or something. Throw back here to SFTP. So anyway, you guys, if you've got anything you're wanting me in particularly, whatever, you need to get links to me. I'll just say this much. I've got the stream up ready to go, and I've got a tweet or a series of tweets we can take a look at if you wish. And other than that, I'm going to turn it over. One of you guys take it and let's go.
Why don't we start with the Mad Pit tweets, though? Because that would pretty much set the setting, wouldn't it?
Well, I want to start out with a little bit of a timeline recap, and I think you're right. Okay. We can then go into the Matt tweets. So I'm giving a recap from the viewer perspective. I don't know Seth, were you around for the whole Salvo Edwin saga from start to end?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
So I would start the Edwin Salvo saga like when really Salvo first started jumping onto the scene, and I would say when he started showing up in streams, everyone was real suspicious at first. And this was back when everybody was buddies, right? And Bo Blacks and Nick and even Augie would show up on Edwin's stream, and there was a lot of community love, right? Back I miss those streams.
Even Tipster was associated at some points.
That's true. Everybody was jumping in places. Everybody was showing up. I thought it felt very nice and community-like, right? And then things started to change. Really, Salvo started to get a little bit big, and he started coming and being like, I'm going to make the community fun again, right? To which I, as a viewer, was like, what do you mean you're gonna make the community fun again? We're all having a good time. What's going on here? And he started coming.
To point out another viewer's perspective, I get where he was coming from on that, because I mean, as connected as everything was back then, especially like the content creators, a lot of the stuff back then was still like assault story, you know. So it's just like there wasn't a whole lot of fun to be had, and here comes this wild card on the scene, Salvo Pancakes, who just starts making fun of everyone.
I mean, yeah, he was doing something a little bit different.
He was,
like, compared to what was like currently being put on.
He was. Me personally, I'm not one to need to jab at people to have a good time. Like I'm good for a good razzing, but I felt it was aggressive, especially because you have to remember I was an Edwin viewer at the time, so I was real sensitive, and those commentary boys were too wild for me at the time, right?
So hang on. So you're Team Edwin. Yeah. So right off the bat, everybody hashtag cancel Gigi.
That's what
right.
I'm hearing. At the beginning, okay. I was pretty Team Edwin.
Very true.
And then he started going after people in ways that were much more outright objectionable, right? He went after Augie's mom.
All right. So so this seems to be kind of a point of contention for a lot of people. And so I would like to pause for a second. So you didn't like him going after Augie's mom.
I did not. No.
Did you care that he was going after Deaf Noodles?
No.
You didn't care that he went. Okay.
No, because Deaf Noodles is a public figure.
Okay. Did you?
And they were both saying we're comedians, and my understanding is comedians have tougher skin, and it did kind of feel like, you know, if you're putting yourself out here trying to bring your internet community into real life, you kind of have to expect that some people are going to be Salvo. I don't know that Salvo did anything to Dennis in particular. Well, I will say the burning of the Brazilian flag, I disavow that one. That one was like really... I'm still kind of shocked that even happened. And honestly, if I was Edwin, I would have been done with Salvo. If I wasn't done with Salvo before that, like, you come into my stream and burn the national flag of another country, like, what is your problem?
Okay, but let's look at the big picture here. Okay, I wouldn't be the woman I am today if it wasn't for Salvo. Okay, so he made me. So
what you're saying is he's a war criminal. I got it.
Okay. Hey, listen. I'm saying we should probably take a moment to thank him. Just a little bit.
All right. So did you have so did you have a problem when he went after Tipster?
I would say not initially. I think Salvo got progressively worse over time, because I think there was a point where everybody was like, yeah, he's kind of edgy, but he's funny. And then it switched, and some people started being like, no, he's unhinged, he's crossing lines. And Edwin, and I really do believe this, was pussy shit and didn't want it turned on him.
Okay, hang on.
Well,
I want to just second here.
Unpack. Go for it.
I want to unpack this. Okay. So when he went after Tipster, and if I am mistaken, I want people in chat, panel here, whatever, I want you guys to correct me. But his initial attack vector for Tipster was always, quote, his online behavior with females in the community, right? And the allegations of his infidelity in relationship to his wife. Was that correct, or am I incorrect on that?
No, yeah, that was always a huge like point he had against Tipster was the wife stuff.
Okay, so his wife is not a public figure, but yet you were okay with that, but you weren't okay with Augie's mom, who wasn't, quote, a public figure. So
I don't think he was making fun of Tipster's wife as much as he was making fun of Tipster's hypocritical quasi respect for his wife. And I think that was something to call attention to. I still think it is, because I think you can say me and my partner have this kind of relationship and still not be so brazen, especially after the entire internet for the most part has made it clear that it looks bad on both of you. It looks bad on him and it looks bad on her. So if you still continue to do it past on that point.
Okay, but here's where, and guys, I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate here a little bit, all right? So with the case with Augie and his mom, Augie posted the picture on Twitter of him and his mom at the Grand Canyon. So, and by doing that, doesn't he kind of thrust her, for lack of a better word, into the public eye when he does something like that? Tipster repeatedly had pictures of him and his wife on his Twitter feed. There was even a time where he brought his wife into a bit that he did where she, I can't remember who, I don't remember specifically, but she said,
I said one potato chip.
He said, where she was saying something, you know, there was a Twitter video or Twitter or something where his wife was even talking and stuff. So, you know.
Here's the thing. I feel like in Tipster's world, his wife is almost a whole character, right? Whereas, like, presumably Seth has a mother. Presumably she came born of human, right? But and because presumably
jury's still out on that one, but okay.
Yeah. So the evidence hasn't come in yet.
It's the Godzilla that laid the egg that Seth erupted from.
Okay.
Yes, this creature. exists, presumably. So I could be like, well, Seth, I bet your mom is real big and reptile like, right? And I could say that as a character, and it's not speaking of her directly. And I feel like this is almost the way we talk about Tipster's wife. Like, presumably she's a real person with thoughts and feelings, but in the world of the internet, she's a figurehead. Whereas Augie's mom felt very much like, here's a picture. It has nothing to do with the internet. He is sharing a completely separate moment from his personal life. And I understand that, like, if I posted a picture of my dog and somebody came out of nowhere and was like, well, he's ugly, I'd be like, well, I guess it's my fault for posting it, but what did my dog have to do with it?
Yeah, because like, don't get me wrong, like, I felt for Augie, right?
Yeah.
But it's like he knows the skin of the game because it's Augie RFC. Like, he's made fun. I think he's made, like, I don't think he's made any personal attacks against people, but I believe he's had the stance of like, look, if you don't want your family members made fun of, don't be posting them publicly. And unfortunately, whether it was intentional or not, he did that.
Yep. So and
he did also ask him to stop talking about his mom. So like, fine, make the joke, but after they ask you to stop, like, why is it so hard to do that?
Because in the sense of Salvo, in the sense of like asking Salvo to do that, he knows Salvo then knows that weakness bothers you.
Yeah, you're
exactly.
showing weakness.
You're showing weakness.
So here's the thing, just so that people don't think all of a sudden people is an asshole. I am an asshole, but I'm just saying. Here's the deal. I did not necessarily particularly ever like some of the aggressiveness that was shown towards creators, family members, and that whole deal. I was not cool with that at all. So, but I'm just saying, there's lots as well. And here's the thing: I'm guilty of myself, right? Like, I was on board when he was going at it tooth and nail with Deaf Noodles.
I think we all were.
Yeah, I mean, and even when he was going with Flamenco, right, and invoked that whole story about Flamenco and his sister and that whole thing, and so I was like, yeah, whatever, I didn't care. When he was going with Tipster, I was like, hey, okay, whatever. And I thought it was a little bit rough with the wife, whatever, but. You know, when Tipster called in and offered him money to throw his support behind Leia rather.
Yeah, that was a bad one too.
You know,
oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, so I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I misspoke, Liana. I didn't mean you. I meant Leia something. Jeez.
You know what I think is funny? I think it's funny that we all confuse Liana and Leia something because they're nothing alike.
No,
they
they're
both
not.
are blonde.
They're not. Yeah.
And that's about it.
I have never confused them in my life.
Well, you're a better person than me. What do you want me to say, Seth? With your cyborg brain, what do you want me to say?
That Danish cyborg brain.
Why am I no longer human on this podcast? What's going on?
Because we voted a couple episodes again. The people voted that you were not human. They said you're alien.
Yeah. We also
do you not remember that?
Yeah.
No, I honestly don't.
Well, that's you probably were either drunk. So all right.
Oh
so let's move this along a little bit. So because we're your timeline, whatever. So let's move this along. I think we're getting mired down the weeds here. It's
true. So we're at Salvo becomes unfunny, and Edwin has a choice to make because at this point, many of his, I'm going to use quotes because I don't know how y'all do friends at this point. Friends in the community have been like, we are disavowing this guy. And Edwin has been like, oh, come on, guys. He's still funny. I personally believe he was just afraid of the heat. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I also
remember. Sorry to interrupt you, Gigi, but remember the audience, like the content creators, were very much done with Salvo. They were done with him for a long time. They only tolerated him for a little bit because of the audience. The audience ate Salvo up for the most part, and so like I think when Edwin was doing the Salvo defending, I think it was half he liked the guy and half he fought like the audience would back him up at the end.
I could see that. It did seem like the audience did enjoy Salvo more than I did for quite a while.
It was definitely more of like obviously he had the backing of the Red Bar crowd, but like also like Tommy's community liked him. Augie's community liked him for the most part.
Yeah, I could see that. So the community turned, and Edwin still stood by his side. This was around the time when Salvo got on the Keemstar show, and that whole thing was occurring. There's a lot of lore here, so if you've missed this part, like Chris the Narc was working with Keemstar, and apparently somehow Salvo was the better employee, and was teaching him. So we were all against Chris, and there was a whole big back and forth. This all culminated.
I was never against Chris.
I was
I don't
against
think we
Tommy
were
from day
against-
one.
Yeah.
I don't think we were against Chris. I think we all just wanted Chris to do better.
Actually,
And this was my first time hearing about Chris. So I had no
think
force.
Chris could do no wrong, actually. So
Well, he owes the Game in Which a shirtless time on stream still, in my understanding. So
well, that's whatever.
I don't know none of them. I just
justice for Game in Which
we love
people know.
We love Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, we love Chris.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think Chris was thrown into a very difficult situation with very limited history as far as knowing how to produce or stream, for that matter. And Matt says he sucked at it. Well, he definitely needed some help. There's no denying that. You know, and I do know there are people in the community that did help him with some things.
I'm sorry, Matt, but isn't fucking Core your fucking producer? What does he do?
Hey,
Like, what-
Hey, to be
is
fair,
a loyal listener of this
Matt's the
podcast.
producer. Matt's the producer for Shot from the Point. Okay, he knows what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah, Matt is a good producer. I'll give him that. But like, who the like, what does Core do? Doesn't like DMax or Mitch do the streaming and shit now? Anyways, like,
well, okay, hang on. I think that's where there's a little bit of confusion, right? Producer doesn't necessarily mean that you are, quote, running the board as far as what's being shown to the users, or even running the, as far as like what I do here right now for Clear as Mud. That's not necessarily producer.
Producer,
I know there's more.
It
There's like a
happens.
dog. There's keeping on track. There's everything. But it's
Like,
like, I don't.
Like, for
Like, what the
example,
fuck does Core do, dude?
when I was producing for Dave, and like obviously with Riveter having more experience at this point with Dave, mostly what me and Riveter did was we shared our screens, we gathered up the stories, and we made sure that Dave liked them, and so we showcased that.
I don't hate Core, by the way. This is not a hate
you
trade.
do. Don't lie.
I do not know Core. I'm just saying.
Justice for
I have
Core.
never heard this man do anything.
Oh, he's coming for you now.
I can feel the bias from here. Yeah, well, anyway. All right, so let's go on with the storyline here, guys, because we're not even to Edwin's story yet, or the video, and
It's
I really want to.
We still haven't even gotten to Babs shows up. So at some point while all this is happening, Edwin announces his breakup from longtime girlfriend of many years. There's, lots of internet history there. And shortly after that announces that he's talking to this Babs person. She's showing up in streams a little bit, like in the chat and stuff. And then, cut to Edwin visits Salvo, and they have the Edwin Salvo stream where they made out. And this stream is important because a lot of times when Edwin was asked, did you and Salvo do anything, he said, well, yeah, you guys saw it on stream. And all of us were like, did we though? It was just a little too convenient. And Babs meets them there to go to Keemstar's house. And this is where all of the alleged events in question occur or did not occur, depending on what you're talking about. And this is where I guess we're picking up here. And this was, guys, December 2020. It is currently July 30th, 2023. That means we are almost 8 months into this story. Yeah, so fun times. Do we want to pick up with the Matt Pitt tweets, or did somebody want to cover should I go into how this all came out?
So
I think we need to speed things up, is what I think. But
yeah,
anyway,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it's a very long and complicated history.
Okay.
Thanks
It
for
is.
being a good producer.
So yeah,
So the story comes out because after this happens, there's a lot of rumblings about what occurred, and Edwin cracks, I believe, on Tommy C's stream and admits to a threesome. And this is why the commentary community erupted, because there's a threesome. Edwin confirmed gay. Guys, whether or not Edwin gay is really the crux of this story. I know that there is a lot of other allegations, but as the commentary community, we all know that the real point was for us to figure out if Edwin was gay. Do we have an answer, guys?
I say it's pretty much. I say it's. I don't know if you spend like 1/3 of your 2-hour exposed video on whether or not you're gay, it's a little homosexual. Just a little bit.
I personally think this whole thing has been the gayest thing I've ever seen. So whether he likes,
I can't tell you how hard I fucking laughed when that chapter screen came up. Like I was just fucking chuckling to myself, like, how is this like real? Like that's the point you're kind of focused
What is
on. I get that
reality?
it's like setting the scene for what kind of like person
Um,
Babs is, but like who gives a shit?
wait, Admin and saying he wasn't openly bi. Let me say, he's been openly bi since like at least a year into dating Mina. They said it on their London vlogs. That's right. I've seen the London vlogs because I was around when they were still up. He has said it many times that he's openly bi. So like,
I have a question. Why does
Yeah.
it matter?
that's my point.
Why is this even a point of contention? I don't understand whether or not if he is gay, if he's bisexual, if he's pansexual, if he's heterosexual, if he's non-binary, if he's asexual. Why is that even a point of contention and a point of discussion? Why does it matter?
matters? No, it
Because-
matters because Babs was like kind of bringing it up and skirting
I
around
see.
it. It's just
Well,
kind of
also
the
too. That's what like Nick
I
and them,
guess
like
so.
Nick,
character.
like that's what Nick and Augie were mainly doing. They were kind of making fun of him, like, dude, you were such a freak. You had a threesome with Salvo of all people. You know that's kind of like the like
hear
the
you,
stance that
but-
they had.
But wasn't that kind of like to make fun of how dumb the entire situation was? Like, does anybody in this community care if someone is gay or not? I don't think
No,
any of us care.
I don't think anyone. I don't think anyone actually did. They were just. It was just easy to make. It was an easy joke to make. That was it.
Exactly. They were trolling him instead of analyzing the video like they would.
Yeah,
normally
but-
now,
do.
I think it's fair to
Babs
say
is
that
a little
Babs-
unhinged. So like
Yeah,
she
Babs
probably was
didn't
actually
do
trying to use
trolling
it.
about this. Babs actually like brought this up as like it shows her character that she was like skirting around it and like kind of making gay
Fair enough.
allegations for no reason.
Listen, I
think
here's
that's important.
here's are there things that can be criticized about Edmund's actions, behaviors, and deeds over the last 8 to 10 months? 100%. Whether or not he engaged in some sort of sexual actions or whatever with with Salvo, that's low hanging fruit. And why the fuck why do anyone want to talk about it? Why would they want to make allegations? Why would they innuendo? I mean, I want you to understand
That's the point. That's the point, though.
But what?
Why is she doing that?
But I don't.
I think she was mad that they were calling her a clout chasing whore.
Hang on a second.
If I had to guess.
Matt's in
Hey,
the
if the
waiting
shoe
room. I'm gonna
fits.
pull Matt in here.
Go
Hey,
for it.
Matt. So,
Yo,
why does it matter? Did you have a thought? Why does it matter?
because if she is lying about this, it makes her malicious, and it makes her willing to say anything to destroy Edwin's credibility and character.
Okay.
When I was
Oh my god, Matt Pitt, you're so smart and epic.
when I was in
Thank
high
you.
school, I had a friend who broke up with this girl. This girl got so mad, she started going around saying he was gay, to the point where she even got her gay friend to say that they had like a text sex relationship. Turned out,
Okay.
it ended up being all bullshit, but for like 2 or 3 months, his name was like dragged down. to the point where even his friends were wondering, like, what's going on? Why aren't you, like that type of stuff? It can be embarrassing. It can
Okay.
it can drag someone down. It's malicious. Like all it means is that she is willing to pull him down as far as she can.
Okay. Okay. So that's fair. That's fair. But here's my question, Matt. When I was in high school, someone accusing someone of being gay was huge, because we're talking, this is in the early mid 80s. So yeah, that was damning. If you had that hung around your neck, to be labeled gay, that was a horrible thing. I don't know how old you are, Matt, but I mean, in this day and age, is it still such a big thing?
If
that's not
Edwin
the point,
did not
either.
sexually touch Salvo, then that's a problem, and she's lying about it. That's a problem.
Yeah, and it also just shows like her character, if she's lying about something like that. It's obviously not a big deal, but she's lying about it for like no reason.
Okay, wait. Can I just point one thing? What this was, she said that after he had already come out on some streams. Like, he called her a bitch on a number of streams before I feel that she insinuated that he was gay, firstly. Secondly, like, I feel like the reason people kept pushing this whole gay thing has been his response to it. If he had been openly gay, like, nobody would give a shit. Like, the only reason people keep prodding him with it is because he seems to have such an issue with people thinking he's so
how he's handling.
You guys are so stuck on you're stuck on the gay thing. It's not the gay thing. It's having sexually touched Salvo. He didn't do it. That's a lie. Okay. That's malicious. That's like we're stuck on this gay thing, but it's really, did he sexually touch Salvo? And he says no. She says yes. And then before this, she tried to insinuate it. Then she just outright said it. So it's just malicious. And
so if they're able to prove that she lied about that, they can then it adds more credibility that she's lying about other stuff that happened.
Now, did he take a little too long on that topic? Yes, but it's probably the best to start with that and then work your way through it.
You don't think that Edwin and Salvo were malicious towards Babs first, or at all?
Well, there's a difference between saying that someone was malicious and then like falsely saying that someone was gay. Like that's that.
I don't know if they outright lied about that. They called her
I don't know.
Clout whore.
Look, to me, honestly and truthfully, I don't care. I can't emphasize.
I can't wait for this to be out of the news cycle after this week.
It's been out of the news cycle many times.
I don't know why you guys are so disillusioned with this, but like this is a genuine video that we haven't gotten in a while that we get to analyze.
Okay,
that's fair.
I think that's great.
So here's the bottom line. If I'm understanding what Matt's saying here, okay, is if Edwin can in some way prove that what Babs was saying, as far as that he in a way sexually touched Salvo, if he can prove that, then that unravels her entire story, because then she's a liar, and so therefore nothing can be believed. I understand that. I grasp that. I get that. But at the end of the day, we have to say, okay, Edwin says it didn't happen. Salvo says it didn't happen. Babs says it did happen. In my opinion, none of them are credible enough to believe anything that they say. I'll just put it that way, right?
Nature.
So to me, it all boils down to he said, she said, and I don't understand why that is such a point of contention when there's other things that they all similarly agree on, that there's bigger issues that nothing had happened. So I don't know. I don't know. But my
Can I also point out?
Go ahead.
There's a power dynamic here too, and I know people hate when I bring this up because they're gonna be, he's a YouTuber and she wasn't. But the reality is that you can say that calling someone a clout chasing whore isn't as bad, but they had an audience and she didn't. And if somebody of nebulous audience went online and started calling me a clout chasing whore when I still haven't done anything yet, I'm gonna throw. I will agree that I might throw whatever I have at them. And I in my head might think, well, if I just go, well, he's gay because I know it bothers him. I would never have imagined before this happened that anyone, much less Edwin, would take an accusation like that so seriously. Not to mention that he was the one that had a character to take down, not her. We didn't know who she was. Edwin had all this stuff about how he helped women and he was this big white knight. And then he came on stream and called a woman a bitch. Like, I'm so sorry, but that's some shit, man.
A woman
And,
he had a
like-
bad relationship with. I mean, there is context there. It's not just some random woman or a video, or he did a video on her or something like that.
And you believe that having a bad relationship with a woman is a reason to call her out her name? Like,
Okay, I'm sorry, but is there not sufficient proof to say that, considering some
Babs
of
has
the,
also
like,
been a
text
bitch?
messages?
Absolutely.
No, I'm just saying.
100%.
No, I'm saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying,
Oh.
is there not sufficient evidence to maybe believe that he smelled blood in the water, considering the kind of messages he was sending in chats, the kind of messages he was sending to Keemstar or whatever, like, and the kind of messages that she was sending to him, completely unhinged.
I think that given that he had the audience, given that he's had experience online, given that he has a network online,
Given
also
that he
people-
has something to lose, I also
given that he had
would
something
be-
to lose, he could have waited for her to show her hand if he was worried about it. I
mean-
listen, if there was blood in the water for Peepaw right this second, do you think that Peepaw is firing up a live stream, or do you think he's gonna wait and see? He went on
Yeah.
multiple streams and went on. Him and Salvo both went off on a nobody. We literally had we know so much about Babs now compared to what we knew then. We didn't know dick about this woman.
Okay,
We
but
know
I'm
everything
sorry.
we
I'm
know
sorry.
because
If
of
someone
them.
is just, if I know someone is going around trying to smear me in a community where obviously she's friends with a lot of the fucking viewers, like, I'm probably gonna make a hasty decision at some point.
I think that possibly that's it, and I understand this is his career, but if somebody was at my job going around smearing me, I flew off the hinge like that, I'd feel like I was proving their point. I feel like I know who I am, I know what my work has shown, and I know that the people that know me can stand up for me. Is that always going to get you out of things? No, of course not. But I would hope that he would know that his character would stand for something. I think this proved that he never had that character to
Would
begin
it
with.
really though? Because, like, I mean, people snake each other on this platform all the time. He does not have the security that you might think.
And
he
why
does.
doesn't he? Because he just finished snaking everybody. He snaked what he did to Bo Black specifically was some fuck shit, but also he was rude to Xylee. He was rude to everybody. He basically said, fuck all these friendships because I'm afraid of Salvo. Like,
Well,
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
hang on,
if you're
whoa.
afraid of someone,
That's
I don't
your opinion. That's your opinion.
that's my
Okay,
opinion.
all right. So
I think this just proves that, like, no matter what, there's always going to be a bias on either side, right? Like, no matter what, we
Exactly.
can't, like,
Yeah.
you know, we can't.
Look, here's
Yeah.
the only take that we should have. Everyone involved was a freak of nature and should
True.
never interact with this community again. Okay, excommunicate Babs, excommunicate Salvo, excommunicate Edwin because they're all gay and they're all freaks.
Well, we
I
can't.
don't,
Okay,
I don't
let's
agree
all
with
of
that
them.
either. I
that's-
don't agree. I don't agree with
No,
that
I
either.
agree.
I don't
And
agree
for
with
the
that.
record, I'm happy Salvo has cancer.
Oh,
What?
Jesus
The,
Christ.
what?
What?
Is this a thing?
I don't listen. I've said
I
this.
don't know. He faked having a brain tumor or something.
Listen, I said this on
This is giving me a brain tumor.
when Salvo and Edwin called in to Milltown stream that night. I said it to their face. I've said it on my streams. I'll say it here. I have zero ill will towards Salvo and Edwin. I wish
have
them the
ill will.
best. I wish them the best. If they were broke down the side of the road and I came up on them, I would pull over and try to help them. However,
I'd pull over and put a cab in their ass and sell their car for parts.
Whoa. Okay.
but
You can't
I'm
be
not.
saying that out
But here's
loud
the
about
thing.
the
I'm not.
ops.
I'm not.
In
here-
Minecraft.
I'm just not going to hang out with them. I'm not going to go to dinner with them. I'm not going to have a beer with them. I have no desire to associate with them. But I'm not going to mistreat them either. Right. I wish them the best. I honestly and truthfully, I hope now that Edwin has put this video out, that he has said his piece.
God, I hope so.
My hope and prayers are that this puts an end to it. This shit has been being discussed and talked at different points of times, at different levels of nausea. Myself guilty of this even for over 8 months now, and
I just think my issue is people that unanimously, as far as I've seen, it's been like love for Babs or whatever, and I just think it's incredibly unfair when it is such a like he said she said like situation
Well,
to not try and look at this from his perspective.
well, I will say this. This is not love for Babs. If anything, this is more, I can understand a woman in her position, and it's specifically in the position of a man having more of an audience for certain things. But I don't think Babs is a saint. I've heard those things. She does sound unhinged. She's certainly done a number of sus things. I kind of feel like even if this were offline, he's also older, and I really just don't feel he handled any of the situation correctly, and I don't.
She's a fuck. Okay, come on. She was on probation. She's like living by herself. She's a
nightmare. Listen, she's a nightmare. She needs
she's
help.
an adult.
Everyone
like
needs therapy.
I don't see the age difference thing.
I think Edwin would agree with you that he didn't handle this correctly. I think going on Sharpen Point was a bad idea. And it kind of turned into the spiral. The New Year's Eve stream, even before that, was a bad idea.
Oh God, that was a train wreck.
So, I think Edwin would agree with you that he did not handle this correctly, and that's why he is now taken his time to produce a video that that is concise and goes through his whole side of the story. And whether you believe him or not, that's your opinion, but you at least gotta hear him out. You can poke holes in it if you want to.
And plus too, like the thing is too, like Babs has told her side of the story multiple times, but there's not like one video concisely telling everything that's on her side, right? It's like scattered between several different streams on several different channels, and like at least Edwin, he's got everything in like 1 2-hour video.
He has everything in multiple videos actually, because he's made this video 3 times now, essentially.
Well, are you talking about the live streams?
The
live the third iteration of the video.
Yeah, let's go with that. I feel like I've heard his side of the story. Granted, not this in detail, not with this concise. I'm not gonna say it doesn't change anything, because I agree with you that if this gives him peace, then that changes something. But to me, as someone who was a fan, his character shattered a long time ago, and unless he came in this video and said what he at no point said, which was, I apologize for how I handled the situation, and I understand why you guys as my audience were disappointed in my handling of it, which he has also never acknowledged. I'm not going to change my mind. To me, he's of ill repute at this point.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to disagree with you there. He didn't do it in this per se in this video. I'll grant you that. But I know when I had my conversation with Edwin on Dave's stream that night, he admitted that he mishandled a lot of situations. He, quote, in his words, he fucked things up. That video is not currently accessible because Dave took everything down on his channel. But it's like Matt said, there's biases.
For sure.
And that's what I told Edwin that night. I told Edwin, I said, Edwin, it doesn't matter if this video that you put out is Oscar, quality nomination video. You're going to have people who are your supporters that are going to back you 100%. You're going to have people who do not like you, and they're going to shred it. They're going to go through it. They're going to dissect it. They're going to pick this, they're going to pick that, or whatever. And then you're going to have people in the middle. They're like, whatever. I don't care. They don't care. And that's kind of where I'm at. So
part of my ire, and I've said it before, is that I thought highly of him, and I feel let down. Yeah, sorry, I feel let down. I thought he was better than that. My part of contention is that I never really watched him or gave a shit about him. But I
I feel like if she's been allowed to go on every stream and give her version of events, then he should be, you know, he should have his chance to say his, and we should look at them like equally.
My issue with when Edwin went on those live streams and tried to give it is that it was all over the place. I mean, let's just be fair.
He was very scattered brain.
Edwin is a very scattered live streamer. He's all over the place. He can't concentrate on one thing. He yells at. He starts arguing with the chat, and then he tries to get into the story and goes. So it wasn't precise, right? And all I wanted was a video that went through his side of the story in a precise manner. He's pretty good at making videos, in my opinion. I think this was the best route. It took 8 months, but we got here. So
yeah.
And also now we get like fucking 2 weeks content of Igo. So
oh my god, I can't wait for her 10-hour stream analyzing this.
Oh yeah. See, I won't be watching
10
that.
hours,
but-
baby. You're a rookie.
I watched his 2-hour video. I heard what he had to say. I really hope that it would be more about his own accountability of things, and I was disappointed but unsurprised to learn it was mostly a cope fest, in my opinion. And so I'll still say I hope that if this is still what he wants to do, because it doesn't seem like he enjoys streaming, if I'm honest, then I hope he comes back with something good. But yeah, I don't trust him, and he can be in that pit of streamers who don't have a lot of value, in my opinion.
That's right.
I have a question for Matt, because I think of everybody here, Matt probably
What's up?
well, no. I hang on. I think because you are, and I think you would admit to this, you are probably the more friendly of everybody in this stream here, right? With
Towards Edwin?
With Edwin,
Yeah.
yes.
For sure.
You have a better relationship. I'll put it that way.
Mhm.
I think it's safe to say that there are going to be people who are going to take that stream now and try to completely and totally dismantle it and flip it on its head. I think that's a fair. I don't think that I'm going down on a limb when I say that, right?
Mm.
The question now is, do you think Edwin will then try to come back and counter people who make streams, videos, or whatever? Or do you think Edwin is finally going to say, close the door on this, walk away from this, and not ever address or discuss this ever again? If people try to bring it up, he just simply says, links to his video, or says, that's my statement on this. Is he going to be able to close the door on this chapter and move on?
I think I'd like to think the later one would be true, but I mean, Edwin has kind of gotten caught up in this stuff before.
Yeah.
And so he has a habit of doing that. So I could see him going on a stream and like reacting to Ico or something like that, or getting mad, or like that's possible. I'd like to see him just like shut the door and just move on, because if he keeps coming back to it, it's just going to be Babs versus Edwin over and over.
Yeah.
And over.
Yeah. The problem is, much like Tipster, he is a very emotional person, right? So it's like I think it's gonna be hard for him initially to not respond in anger.
I think all of us, everybody is emotional. The different bullshit. The difference is that if we're wise, if we're smart, we have people that we can go to and be emotional with them, vent, spurg out, whatever label you want to put on it, but you keep it behind closed doors. You don't go on live with it. You don't do a video. You don't stream it. Whatever. You don't do that. And I personally hope that, like Matt, I hope that he can close the door. I hope he walks away from this for his own well-being. I really think for his own well-being, he just needs to close the door, walk away. He needs to go back making content on whatever. But Babs, Keemstar, Brantley, whatever, does not need to come out of his. Those need to be deleted from his vocabulary, and he just needs to go and do his thing and live his best life.
You know what the funniest part of this video was?
What's that?
When he came out and he was like, "Yeah, Keemstar drives drunk." That was fucking hilarious, dude. That explains
That was
the
one
dog
part where I
on
was like-
Christmas.
No, I do want to show one part of his video, but actually, while we have Matt, as the arbiter of the community, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great. Yeah. What's up?
So, when undoubtedly one of the members of Now Recording gets canceled, how quickly will you guys make a live stream about it?
Probably within the week for sure.
Okay. And will they be allowed on that stream, or will this have to be on the broadcast since it's a Now Recording issue?
I think it would be best to just have the person on to talk about why they were canceled. I think that's the best route. I mean, look, we're not Edwin. You know, we're not these. We didn't make ourselves look like that. You know?
Yeah.
What if it turned out they like raped a bunch of people and gave them AIDS?
Oh,
what the
fuck?
Seth, why do you have to? Why do you always have to go to these nuclear options?
I'm just asking a hypothetical here. What would
I'm just asking questions.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it would be an obvious disavow and like never want to interact with them ever again. Yeah, one of my co-hosts.
Dude, I can't wait for Hyojin to be like, you know, Matt. Like, so what if he gave people AIDS?
It's true.
Look, if one of my co-hosts ends up becoming Peter fucking Scully, then yeah, it would be a complete like run away from. You know.
Yeah, I don't. You know, here's the thing, right? Because if one of your and I think I could say this. I mean, I think Matt considers these guys friends, right? If one of your friends fuck up, it's not real easy sometimes just to cut ties and walk away from them. It's it's not, and I 100% get that, and so you're kind of put in rock in a hard spot, and
a lot of the times with these cancellations, there's a twist, right? It's trying to paint what they did in the worst light possible.
Sure,
it's become a habit since 2017 to just paint it like that. So we probably try to like tackle that and see like, all right, well, they're saying this and it's not that. Look, it's not that bad. All right, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, they're going all over the place. Like, probably do something like that for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, after that video dropped, I liked the tweet by our neighborhood drag queen Reese that was like, yo, did he just out Keemstar for drunk driving? And immediately after, I got like 2 messages from people who met up with Keemstar who were like, yeah, he does that.
Oh shit.
You know what? Maybe he just drives better when he's drunk. Okay, let me
just say this. Okay, don't do that. If you're doing it, stop it. This is a personal thing for me. I lost a dear friend in high school because of that shit. Stop. Just stop. Fucking A, stop.
Yeah.
No, don't do it. It's not worth it.
But it's quite an allegation, though.
It is quite an allegation, but it is a good moment to say, if you're not sure, you're too drunk to drive. How about that? And it's better not to. Yeah. See, Seth can't be canceled because she's already said everything that there is to say.
Nobody's ever canceled. Fuck, I don't.
Yeah.
You cancel yourself.
By the way, I saw this video called "Why Isn't Anybody Talking About Colleen Ballinger?" And have you guys heard anything about this Colleen Ballinger thing?
Who?
There's been no news. Exactly.
Who's that? I don't know who. What?
I know.
Yeah, well, crazy. That's a little bit different.
Because, no, I don't think Peepaw's playing into the joke. He doesn't know what the video is.
And can't read the articles.
Listen, all I know is I got fucking muted by Zali over the damn situation. So.
Did you really?
Wait, what happened?
You didn't see that shit?
No.
Did you go after her, dear Adam McIntyre?
Let me see if I can find the tweet real quick here. Hang on.
You definitely criticized Adam McIntyre, didn't you?
No, hell no.
I can criticize Adam McIntyre. He has many videos and of many hours, and I don't understand how he has that much to say.
Tweets, people. I'm just gonna say
he's a gay. They're
not tweets anymore, Seth. They're Zeets.
He's not a teenager anymore, but he's a gay, flamboyant dude. Okay. Of course, he's got a lot to say.
So here's Nicholas says, "Why is anybody talking about Colleen Ballinger?" And he has a thumb or a screenshot here of this cat, Kunkan Dastiner.
Holy
Uh,
shit, what a retard name.
And he's got all these thumbnails around where he's talking about Colleen Ballinger. And she says, what? And me, trying to be boomer humor, said, he said, why is nobody talking about Colleen Ballinger? And she goes, yeah, I know, Peepaw. And I said, well, I just want to make sure. And then she says, muted.
Oh, okay. Well, good riddance.
So petty.
Oh, I thought. Okay, for a second, I thought you meant
She had
on
the
stream.
power to do what we've all wanted. Peepaw.
What? To mute
But
me?
You could mute him right now.
No, I can't because she's my co-host.
I don't care.
I don't get that liberty.
Yeah, justice for Peepaw.
I don't care. I don't, whatever.
I hope she actually muted you.
I would also like
yeah,
to say
yeah,
that
why not?
can the audacity of saying I'm gonna premiere this 3 p.m. PST 6:29 and then being 33 minutes late? Come on, get it together.
It's called.
Yeah, I've totally never done that before.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, but this was a big deal. He knew everybody was waiting for it. How are you gonna be late to your own premiere? Like,
No,
dude.
it wasn't being late to your own premiere. That's called building suspense. It's a good marketing ploy. Come on.
It's a
Yeah,
bad look.
Nah, I'll give him. I think Maggot. was
He
talking about that.
probably got some sick sort of like satisfaction from watching you all fucking like just sit there.
Yeah.
And Spurg out on
Yeah.
X. I hate it. I hate it.
What?
It's
I just called it Twitter like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Twixter.
So
Twitter.
there was one clip here. Maggot edits, the queen of clips. Says this is the only clip you need to see from the premiere right here, and she says you're welcome.
For me being a grown man, which of course what she defines as baby talk is me saying that I have to poopy on the first night that we got to her place. Whoops. I also said, oof, I'm coldies on the first day we got to Pennsylvania because it was cold. Which like, you do you boo, but if I'm coldies, I'm gonna say that I'm coldies. And if I feel too awkward to say that I have to take a shit on the first night that I'm at your place, then maybe I'll say I have to poopy. Regardless if you think it makes me some sort of low tier baby man.
I'm definitely making that into a soundbite for
I
donation.
never want to
I
see that
hate it.
again.
So much.
I'm sorry. Why do you have to say I got to take a shit or I need to go poopies? How about just say, where's your restroom? I need to use your restroom. I don't.
Yeah.
Why announce what your bodily function you are actually going to do? I've never understood that.
Oh.
But
I mean,
whatever.
I do that like at the if I want to like make my mom mad or something, I'll say, dude, I have to take such a giant shit right now. But like the word poopy and then like coldy, like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm with Babs on this one. You're a grown man. Shut the fuck up.
It's real bad. Can I say, as a hot woman, I naturally have IBS because, as we know, all hot women have IBS, and
is
there's
IBS?
irritable bowel syndrome.
Okay.
Oh, so
Oh.
you and iDubbbz are in the same camp, okay?
Me and
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people. We have where it's Liana's gonna call it.
You just be shitting your pants all the time, girl?
No,
That's crazy.
thankfully it's well controlled. But the point is, sometimes I need a bathroom immediately. And guess what? I've never in my adult life said I need to take a poopy. I've been drunk. I've been belligerent. I have shouted at people from across the room. I don't have time for this. I have to take a shit. Because sometimes you need a bathroom and people think that you're joking around and you are not, okay? I've also taken a poop at locations: Empire State Building, Tokyo Tower.
Yo, hold up. What are we going on again?
It's not on purpose, okay?
Hang on, well, are
You
you
just get
flexing?
stressed.
Why
It sounds
we
like you're
gotta
trying
do
to
the
flex.
Poop World Tour?
Yeah,
Here's
why are you
what
trying to
so
flex?
rich. I'm so rich. I took a shit at Trump Tower, dude.
I mean,
Dude,
what the
I am.
I actually did.
fucking rich.
But that one was
Oh
the
my
only one that
God.
was on purpose. Can I say?
Matt,
No,
get out of here while you
okay.
can.
Oh God.
Why are we? What's going on here?
Listen,
Okay, anyway, Edwin.
sometimes my point is sometimes you get excited and things happen anyways.
Uh-huh.
My point
Okay.
is there have been many occasions where there might have been children around where it might have been appropriate for me as an adult to say, I have to take a poopy, and still, I'm pretty sure that in all of those occasions, I chose an adult appropriate way to do it. So if I can do it, I feel like we can all do it.
Okay,
That's all I'm
so
saying.
all right, we have some more callers. Let's pull in Liana. All right, hello, Liana. How are you doing? And
This
she's
fucking woman kicker.
What's going on here?
Come on, Liana. You gotta unmute yourself.
Is she on her
And
phone?
3, probably. Who knows?
Can we unmute her?
No, we can't.
No, we
No. Only way we can do it if it's a
Crazy.
server side, and it's not server side.
All right,
Liana.
somebody-
R.I.P.
Yeah, we're going to try to get
Okay.
you to come back later. All right, so here's Doug. All right, Doug, what words of wisdoms can you share with us to help us through this horrible, horrible time?
You got to give him a second.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh. So, what subject are we on now? We're on the calendar.
Edwin.
We're talking about
Edwin? Oh,
poopies.
Edwin?
We're talking about
Okay, good.
We're
poopies.
talking about poopies.
Please.
Do you do poopies or do you take shits, Doug?
Oh my god.
That is the question.
I think that's none of your business.
Yeah.
Good answer, Doug.
Thanks, Doug.
Perfect
Oh my
answer. Thank
God.
you.
How could you put Doug in that position?
That's
Jesus
true.
Christ.
I've never said I need to go to the bathroom and somebody's been like, well, what are you going to do in there? Unless it was like an RV or something, right?
I'm
Like,
gonna brush my teeth or take a shower. Where else you think?
Yeah. All right. So, what are your
Dude,
thoughts,
this is
Doug?
degenerate.
Overall, what do you think? Do you think it was a good video? Do you think it was a bad video? What do you think?
Well, let's just say, I don't know why he hyped on the gay thing too much. I think it was like too to the extreme. Like, okay, I understand why he did it, like because he was trash talking. I'm saying, oh, Edwin and Salvo were having gay sex, and I'm like, okay, who cares? Like you don't care, people. So there you go.
Go back a little bit, Doug, because me and Matt Pitt have an opinion on it.
oh, we did, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I
So
did say that.
if you want to go back and listen to the stream, I think you could get a little
I will
bit
say,
of a nugget.
Yeah.
one L for Edwin is that he, in no point in the story did he get laid by anybody. Not Salvo, not Babs, not anybody. That's kind of
Well,
sad.
Well, you know what? He doesn't sleep on the first date, so he's not a
No.
whore. So there you go.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I don't
whoa.
like this implication.
I don't
No,
like we keep using that word.
Based.
Hey,
Okay,
he's
li-
Doug?
listen.
he's a-
What was
he's a-
Edwin the one to
he
offer
doesn't
Chris
sleep
and Ark the
around. There
titty
you go.
shot?
Well, hang on.
Did he?
Stop. We have to. I was stickler for this, okay?
Put it as a-
No. A spade is a fucking spade. She's
Whoa,
a little bit of a whore.
No, she okay. Is she
Just-
did she
just a
get
little
paid?
bit.
Did she
Is
get
your-
paid? Did she
Okay,
get paid?
Fine. She is a very promiscuous woman.
You can call
Hey,
Is
her.
that what you prefer?
Listen, you can call her slutty. You can call her trashy. You can call her skanky. But
Can I
unless
call her a
she's
tramp?
Okay,
You
but
can
I'm
even call
still
her
gonna
trampy,
call
yeah.
Okay, listen, I'm still gonna call her whore. A spade is a spade.
okay,
Thanks,
all right. Well, I tried. So
Well, Doug,
Okay,
before
you
you
know
get
what?
out of here, would you like for the record to state your sexual orientation? So, should you get canceled in
my
the future,
God.
we
no,
have it
we're
on the
not
record.
asking Doug that. We're not asking
Don't pressure
Doug that.
Doug.
Doug, you don't answer
Why?
that. So
No, I'm not answering that. First
yeah,
of all,
that's Doug.
that's gay.
That's that's Doug's business. All right. Well, listen,
Yeah.
Doug. I appreciate you calling in, buddy. Have a great day today.
no
Okay.
problem. Oh yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
Matt,
What's up?
hi.
Hello.
All right. Have a good one, Doug.
He loves you, man.
Yeah.
He shows mixed emotions, right? Sometimes he likes me, sometimes he hates me.
You know what?
I don't think Doug has the capability of hating anyone.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think Doug's the greatest. I do. I really like Doug. And
I love
from the time that when I first Doug popped on my radar to current whatever, he's really kind of grown and become very comfortable. And all that is Doug. And I just think that's great. I think that's awesome. And
Ooh, I didn't notice this. Ryan M. in chat pointed out like how he's dressed gay for the gay chapter, and then he wore a wife beater for the SA chapter. Dude, I did not notice that. That is unfortunate.
Well, I think
that is incredibly
okay.
unfortunate.
Well, I think maybe because it was obvious that the was filmed in different stages, so I don't think there's any.
I know, but that's just unfortunate, dude.
Wow. The only thing that I'll be honest with you that I found a little bit distracting, honestly, was how heavy of a makeup job that he had. I did find that a little bit,
You're gonna judge a man for his makeup, but I can't call a whore. Okay.
I'm just okay. So the definition of a whore is a person.
Oh my god.
Who performs sexual acts for money.
It's slang.
I understand, but it's just one of my things. Can you not let me have a thing?
No.
Okay. All right.
Stop being facetious.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else that you guys want to say? Is there any other comments, criticisms, critiques?
No, I think I'm gonna head out. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh, thanks, Matt. As always, you're appreciative.
Nah.
Yeah.
Say hi to the wife for me.
I didn't know he was married, but okay. So Seth, Gigi, Nerdy, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about on this whole topic of Edwin in the video or any of this?
No, not really.
I hope that this can actually be the end. I hope that if for some, it won't be, right, because there's at least the Ico stream. Okay, then I hope the Ico stream can be the end, and I hope that this can actually have a whole, nice little bow on it. Because you know what I would love? I would love for the Right Opinion to do his video on this. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh,
and
God, that's like the last thing we need.
No, we need the Right Opinions video on this. I love Right Opinion videos because I go, look, it's so good. It's so, and it makes me miss Permink so much more. But I love Right Opinion videos, and he can't do it until it's over. So,
yeah,
that's how I feel.
Like I said, I wish all the parties involved the best. I hope they go live their best lives.
I hope Salvo dies of that brain tumor he has growing in there. I hope Edwin dies from all the gay sex he's having, like AIDS or whatever.
Oh my god, stop.
I don't know. Babs can like keep being a whore or whatever. I don't give a shit.
They can all keep being whores. That's fine. Being a whore is acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I support sex work and people's right to be who they want to be and make the coin how they want to make it.
Well,
I just wish them their best.
Genocide.
I wish them the best. I wish them all the best and I hope they can all finally close this chapter. I hope they can all go and do their own things. I hope that they are successful if they want to continue making content. I hope.
Hold on, people. Breaking news. DMax says everything everyone says about him is true, especially the bad stuff.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Get the pitchfork, boys.
I'll even, Salvo is set up a channel over on Rumble, and he's starting to get a little bit of a following over there. I hope that he's able to go over there. I hope he's able to make content. I hope that the people that find his content entertaining find him over there and support him. I wish him the best. I wish Edwin the best.
I hope he succumbs to the cancer in his brain.
Well, that's fine. That's you're entitled to all that. So
I think the solution for this was actually if all of these people just clubbered their nuts with like a big rock.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say the nicest thing I can say, which is I hope that this whole thing was the low point of their life and they become better at everything from here. How about that?
Yeah.
I would say the low point in Salvo's life is the divorce, allegedly.
Well, this was part of that, right? I mean, this was quite the clusterfuck in his personal life, I am sure. Meanwhile, I don't know, do we have other things on the docket, Peepaw?
I know there's no cancer, by the way. I'm manifesting it.
You're manifesting it? Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't have anything else that that I really
I
have.
I have some.
Okay, Seth, what do you
I
got?
have something. To end the stream, I think it's
Wait,
important
I
to
have
note that
something also.
Okay, all right, go
Okay, you
ahead.
go first because mine is an ending thing.
Oh shit. I would just like to say, if you are tired of the Edwin Salvo Babs drama, there is some wonderful drama going over in, I guess, what we'll call the T community with Van Luke and Miss Paige Christie. And Van Luke did an amazing 4.5 hour stream last night, going over all the receipts and details. And can I just say, I know Xylee gives Leon some shit for Thurston over Van Luke, but have you looked at this woman? She is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And
She is gorgeous.
And she just sounds like, like your friend telling you a story the whole time. And then whatever she doesn't have receipts for, she has said, look, I didn't think to screenshot it. And I will take all that stuff with a grain of salt, but it seems to me like, yeah, if you're not the type of person to be a malicious dickhole, why would you from the jump start screenshotting your DMs with people? I wouldn't.
You see, that's mistake one. Always be malicious.
I mean, I
Yeah.
assume that if I'm talking to somebody, whatever it is public. But I personally, I don't screenshot shit. I'm not organized enough for that nonsense to be.
You see, this conversation is being recorded right now.
Oh no!
I too. I like Van Luke. I like her content. I got about halfway through the stream. I was listening to it today while I was doing some other stuff. I do plan on going back and finish listening to it. I thought so far, in the 2 hours that I watched, I thought she did a very good job. That whole T-type community or whatever, here's something I don't understand, right? The quote,
how can you like tea and not coffee?
Well, I do like tea. I like coffee, everything, right? Here's what I guess I mean, the quote tea, the beauty, drama, they're all commentary. They commentary, we do commentary. There's a lot of overlapping and stuff. Do we still need to compartmentalize these different, or do we just can't? We do? Okay.
No. We need our sections.
Okay.
We need our sections.
Okay, fair enough. I'll hush. That's fine. So.
Also, listen, and I love lurking in that community, but they are vicious. They are vicious over there. And I know we're vicious in our own ways, but the devil, it's the kind of thing that's right. I'm with Maggot. Build a wall. We can take day trips to each other's areas, but we're
going to build a wall and we're going to make Petty Page pay for it.
And she certainly will not. Listen, I will say, and I know we can't go into this topic because Nerdy, are you a white man?
Last time I checked, I believe so, although I am half ginger, so I think that gives me somewhat of a pass.
How the fuck are you gonna be half ginger? Is your hair orange or not?
My beard is red.
Your beard is red. Okay, so you're ginger.
Well, we don't know what color his hair is because he's a little bit thin on top, but
anyway. You're bald and hey, can I recommend keeps.com, you fucking bald ass?
Wait, they haven't sponsored us yet, Seth. Keeps, if you're listening, we would love.
I'm helping a motherfucker out.
There we go again.
I'm rocking that Lex Luthor look,
There you go.
Okay, buddy. So to end this off, I have a bit of a thing to plug.
Wait, pause. So, I would love to. I think we should all take a nice little trip over to the tea community and just enjoy. Watch this little back and forth, especially because, and I'm not going to name any names here, though I know that at least the people in the chat at the moment know who I'm referring to. Some people like to pop their heads over into this community and start mouthing off about this and that with no receipts, and with no backing, and then just go back to their little corner like they didn't just stir the pot. And I for one am happy.
Whoever could you be talking about, Gigi?
I don't know. Just people. People
are strange. and they're
Yeah.
beautiful. So there we go.
Yeah, when you're
So
a
now,
stranger.
Seth.
Okay, may I? May I?
Yes.
Okay.
Seth, everybody.
I'm cooking up something on Toxic's channel, and there's a teaser out for it. You guys can check that out if you wanted.
Where's this teaser at? We'll show them right now.
You know, you're not gonna watch it on stream. No. They gotta go get the views up on that.
Is it on Toxic's channel or is it on? Okay, hang on here.
It's on Toxic's channel. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so I'll pull up his channel. We won't watch it because whatever.
We're not allowed.
We're not allowed. So here we go. We pull
Listen, this
up
is a
here.
reaction-free zone, okay?
So what I'll do here, right? So to help Seth out, we'll copy this. She could have done this, but she's lazy.
Yeah.
I could have done that, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, you could have shared the link to
It's also on my Twitter.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, Seth, yeah, she has access. So, and just so that I'm a man of my word, Seth, hang on here. DMax wants to call in.
Wait, New Winter goes, Nerdy's white. I thought you were brown, brother. hey, I may not be brown, but I'm still a brother.
Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream, Max. What are your thoughts or
Yeah, well, so are there allegations against me? Is this like a thing? Have you guys have you guys finally turned heel on me?
You know what you did, DMax.
I'm the one who actually bring them forth. Actually,
don't play
I'm
dumb.
working on this book longer as we speak.
I don't know anything, but it's all true.
Okay,
but
look,
it's all true.
Max, I don't know what you're talking about. So
what about the gay film, DMax? Reese has alleged that you are in fact heterosexual. And this is unacceptable in this community.
Well,
we're all gay here.
Exactly. Well,
Dude,
you know.
Wait, hold on. Right. Have you seen that video of him like doing the fucking musical as a kid or whatever? There ain't no way he's straight.
Oh, honey.
I mean, my parents certainly didn't think so. Well, you know, Riv, you kind of floated something. I don't know the whole context because I was just starting to tune in because I was with family today because it's Sunday, it's God's day.
Yes, of course.
But so I was with the fam and whatever, and then I come back and I hear Peepaw, do you want T to be a part of commentary? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm just saying we all do commentary. They specialize more into like drama and beauty and that type of stuff, but it's still commentary. And I'm just asking, do we still need to have these disclaimers?
Segregation.
Yeah. And I was told real quick, not only do we need to have segregations, but we need to put up walls to keep people in their own lanes. So I shut up and quit. I was like, okay, all right. I see this.
So the way I feel about that at this point is kind of the same way that I feel about political parties. It's just like, just disband them. Make it so that there's no D or R next to anybody's name or anything like that. You know, do the same thing for commentary. There's no commentary. There is no T. You know, it's all commentary
too.
There is no
commentary too. Yeah, commentary too is like its whole.
Wait, shut up, guys. Mom's here.
Hey, Xylee.
Cannot believe that this grown-ass man running clear as mud is complaining because I said muted under his tweet.
I'm not. Can she hear me? Hang on. Can she hear me? Can you hear me, Xylee?
Yes, I can hear you, you asshole.
Oh my God, we got two Southerners in the fight here, folks.
I am not complaining. I was not complaining. I just said
you were all but in tears.
You really were, Riv.
Well,
you were.
You know,
you were whining.
I really value that avenue of communication that I have with you, Xylee, and the thought of losing that was a little bit dissettling to me.
Do you really think that ass kissing is going to help me?
Well, you know what? Okay, look, there's a solution to this.
You don't
there's a
do
way
it
that
like
we can
DMax.
all.
DMax does it good.
Yeah, and like I said, that's what I'm saying. We can fix this problem. It's very, very simple. How about this? We'll get you both on now recording, okay? And then we'll just hash out the details there, all right? Because I have a plan for how we can make this work. What do you say, Xylee?
Sometimes these boys speak and Mad Pitt's voice comes out of their mouth.
It's true. I heard it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I tell you what,
is that you?
I'm just trying to make peace here.
You're trying to make content.
It's a platform.
So. I'll send you a little something special in the DMs later.
Ooh.
I know what you like. I know what you like. It'll be all good. It'll be all good.
muted.
Well, that's ominous. That's
Okay.
ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's that honey butter recipe from our last stream.
Exactly.
That honey butter's
Ah.
kind of good.
Actually,
I'm
not
sure
gonna
honey-
lie, wouldn't mind having that. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure honey butter will be involved, but probably not in the way
I
that
will
anybody
send it.
wants.
Oh God, DMax don't.
DMax,
What?
you're muted now too.
Oh, damn it. Well, it was a matter of time.
I'm the only dude in this call who isn't muted. Yay.
Yeah, John. And somehow, yes. Who's that, John? You
Yeah.
have some terrible fucking takes sometimes. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, it shows your grace.
Oh, wait,
your
no,
good
John,
your good
you're
looks.
muted
You
too.
know.
Because you wanted to be up in here going, Xylee, her precious Adam and shit like that. Didn't you see me getting on his ass about the other stuff that he did with that journalist?
What did he do?
You didn't see Matt going off about what he did with the journalist?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Jessica's thread about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yikes for me, dog.
Yeah, it was a
Well,
yikes for me, dog, too.
Yeah, Zali took him to task on that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, did you call into like his stream or something about it, or did you? Have him on?
No, I DM'd him. And
Oh,
I made a
gotcha.
public statement about it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So.
But I don't think
I wouldn't
Zali.
think so.
I don't really think should be able to get really that upset to the mute level because I invoked John Candy. John Candy is an automatic get out of jail free card. Always.
Who's John Candy?
Shut up,
well-
nerdy. Shut the
Shut
fuck
up,
up.
shut up,
Just shut up,
the
nerdy.
fuck up. If you don't
Let
know
me-
who John
Alpha.
Candy is,
Yeah.
you are not old enough to be in this
That's right.
conversation.
Adults are talking here now.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
how can
educate
you
yourself.
not
Go
know
watch
who
Uncle
John
Buck,
Candy-
dude. Come on.
Seriously,
Exactly.
that's a great movie.
It's a great
Exactly.
movie.
It's a
Yeah,
classic.
see, Xylee, we have so much in see, Xylee, you
Yes.
love me. Why would you have me muted? All right, you know that you love me, baby girl.
Baby girl. Oh my.
Baby
You know
girl.
the last motherfucker that called me baby girl.
I did that just to trigger you because I love you. You know you love me. You know you love me.
Now you're blocked.
Ah, damn it! All right.
Zali, I sent you a cat video the other day, so that should carry some good grace too.
Hey,
cat
I
videos do work.
I send you beagle pictures, okay?
You
Yeah.
did. Those were they were cute.
How about this?
babies.
How about this, Xylee? I'll come to the table and I'll try to convince the rest of the now recording boys that your cats are real. How about that? Like I'm pretty
Okay,
good.
if
You know
you
I'm
can-
I'm a silver tongue guy. Like I could make it work. I could
Okay, if you
them.
can convince them that my cats are real, because I'm gonna tell you something, my co-host Pumpkin is
Right.
not happy for the fact that I haven't been on camera on once, which by the way, I should be getting back on camera in about a month, maybe two, but probably in about a month. She is not happy because she has not been able to be the star of the show.
Oh.
Mm.
And she
Well-
doesn't appreciate people saying she's fake.
Well, see, so
I
I'll
miss
get ahead
them.
of the curve, and I will make sure that everybody knows that your fake cats are real, or
That-
that
that
they'll
my
believe
what?
that they're real.
That
What?
my what?
God.
Your cats, like your cats,
No,
they're
no,
like
you
I'll
said my
I'll tell
fake
people.
cats are real. You still think my cats are fake?
I mean, let's not get. We don't have to. Like the details of it are like they don't. It doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna convince people that they're real. Is what I'm saying.
You are a silver.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen,
He's
all
a
right,
devil, all
listen.
right. He is 100%
If
a devil.
you would unblock me, how about this? If you go forward from this moment and unblock me and unmute me and whatever, then like I'll make that happen for you.
Well,
but you
this
have to do it
D-Max.
first.
How about this, DMax? Why don't you put out a video?
Oh,
Yo.
just cut me deep. You just cut me deep, queen.
Oh, does it feel bad?
It
Damn.
feels a little
Gotta
bad.
go. Bye.
Oh,
Oh.
damn you, Xylee! Shakes
And
fist.
she
You got
leaves
your
with
ass.
you she
Well,
leaves with
people,
you
what-
burning.
What day are we on of waiting for a DMax video? What day is this, people?
Well, matter of fact, I put a little tweet out last night that I drank coffee late. I actually went back and redid some calculations,
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
and it's like 4,500 and about 60 somewhere in there.
It was
ballpark.
not 4,000. It was only like 2,555. I think was the amount of days that it's been since a video. That's
Hey,
not-
I mean, to be fair, he has been uploading on his gaming channel, okay? It's not like he hasn't uploaded completely.
I mean, it
doesn't
doesn't really
count.
count.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, it
That
doesn't
doesn't
really
really
count.
count.
Yeah.
So the last
Yeah.
time he put a video out was in 2016. So that's 7 years times 365.
you guys, you guys are
That's-
so mean. Why is it that you're talking about this? Stop talking about this. This is not
And
nice.
then we have to take another 8 months and times 30, which is about 240 more days on top of that. So that is he's right about 3,000. About 3,000 days.
No, shut up. Stop talking.
Also, John, you get to stay after class because I'm gonna take you to task on your Final Fantasy opinions here.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We got into it a little bit on my stream about the Final Fantasy stuff, and I guess Seth really vehemently disagrees with Nerdy John. So what kind of there's a war happening between Clear as Mud and Nerdy John now, which means K-Huck, you better be careful. I mean, like Nerdy John over here getting you into all sorts of wars and shit.
Listen,
like, I mean,
she knew what she signed up for.
Did she? I find it hard
plus-
to believe.
K-Huck is one of our
elevate
protected
your
classes
streams,
too.
brother. She gonna elevate your streams.
I agree.
I think so.
Whoa,
K-Huck's
I can't,
great.
okay, hang on here. So I found this tweet by Toxic Piplup.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And it says, here's another new project. It's got Seth. It's got the Glucose Father, it says here.
Lamar, yeah.
Okay, and then it's got Liana. And you guys are doing this new, I guess it's a podcast or something, that's called Disconnected.
Something like that.
Wasn't there already a...
Still recording?
No, podcast that had... Wasn't that... Maybe I'm not remember right. But it was like Brick and Banana and Joey. Wasn't that called Disconnected?
Yeah,
No.
It was called Unhinged.
Yeah, that was
Unhinged. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So
fixing to
now
call
they're
you out
disconnected
for...
and unhinged.
I was fixing to call you out for theft, but I stand corrected. So
Okay,
I mean,
well,
Seth and theft
I
do go
own
hand in
all of
hand.
those people. So
How come no one's asked me to be on another podcast? That's on another podcast. Peepaw's on podcast left and right.
I'm on one podcast, ma'am. Thank you. Clear's mud, that's it.
Hold up now, Gigi. We have something coming up,
That's true. That is true. There is something.
which we cannot.
But I
speak of.
mean, it's true. We can't talk about
Is
it.
this a coup? I sense a
I
coup.
hope so.
happening.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At this
I don't know
point.
how me and Seth have still not decided about this whole mud mommies thing. I think we need something a little
What?
more fitting.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are mud mommies.
What did you just say? Ew.
You guys are mud
Seth.
mommies. Yeah.
No.
If you hang out in
No.
Peepaw's chat during his morning shows, then you're mug mommies. But it's besides the point.
No.
No, I think like maybe Mud Masters, maybe
That sounds
Mud
a little bit like
monsters.
problematic. You want to be a master or somebody? Is that what I'm
like
hearing?
None of that. I
a
don't like none of that.
1,000%.
What, Seth? You
1,000%.
don't want to be a mud mommy?
No, I don't.
Are you
I
sure?
don't either.
Yeah.
That's,
Are you positive?
I feel like I have to.
I'm a baby.
I don't.
You know what the mud mommies remind me? You know that clip of that peanut butter person? You guys know what I'm talking about, where they're like covered in it. I hate it. I hate
Can
it.
I?
That's a
Can
mud
I?
mommy.
I hate that I even have to do this, and I feel like I shouldn't, but then I have to remember oatmeal for brains and all that. I disavow all this. There are no mud mommies. There are no mug mommies. There's no no, none of that.
There's
Listen.
definitely coffee beans, though.
There's coffee
definitely
beans. That's fine. I don't have a problem being a coffee bean. I'm a coffee bean. I have no problem with that. But there is no mummies evolved, period. No, you're not. The last person that tried that shit, no.
So mug mommy merch when?
Yeah.
There's not.
Also, I don't know, people. Beans are pretty sexual. You know, I can think of a few beans.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
that
happens
are-
if you end up flicking those beans? I mean, what are you gonna do then?
Flick the
people?
hell out of
I
it, is
thought
all I
that-
can tell
I
you.
thought you guys were being racist.
Flick
What?
the bean. Flick the hell out of it. That's all I can tell you.
Wait, Seth, do you know that one? Is that another colloquialism?
Yeah, I know
You
that
don't-
one. Don't-
Okay, all
yeah.
right.
Okay.
Beavers in the chat.
Hang on. How could she know about flicking the bean and she don't even know where the beaver is at?
That's what I'm saying.
That's very confusing.
Yeah.
That is confusing
okay,
to me.
Guys. Whatever. Plug
think-
my shit. Plug my shit.
And
Listen,
this is
the
where
reason,
we do that.
yeah, exactly. The reason why I called in though was because I wanted to war game this whole thing about like, okay, listen. So what are the positives and the negatives of getting? And it's sad that Xylee left so soon because I would have loved to ask her this question too. What are the positives and negatives of letting in the tea community into commentary? You know, because I could see some upsides. more
For
people.
example. Okay.
More people, maybe more
Okay,
audienceship.
okay,
You know, maybe we start to
pause.
share the numbers.
I'm actually an
Downside,
introvert, so
no one
more
is gonna
people is not a
watch me
positive.
because I'm canceled.
Say what? Say that again, stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be canceled if we let those motherfuckers in.
I mean, some of them are pretty problematic in and
I just
of
wish
themselves. I don't know.
cancer on several people. They don't
I
roll
still
with
think
us.
Well,
no, but you know, but you have no power to like wish cancer. They're a little mean over there. They're a
You
little
can't-
mean.
they are.
What do you
Well, that's what I'm
mean?
saying is like I feel like that would actually kind of sit pretty well. And I don't really think there's that much, problem with wishing somebody cancer because like think about it, right? Like that's kind of impossible. You can't change somebody's like or like astrology
I
sign.
can.
You can change somebody's
Also-
astrology sign?
I can unbirth them.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That's like what is that? Like vor? Is that like
Okay.
I don't
buddy.
want to find out.
yeah. Well,
I don't
I'm
know.
curious about the logistics of that, but I don't
You can't have an astrology sign if you're dead.
you
You
can't?
still have an astrology sign if
can't?
you're dead. Seth.
No, because you're dead. You don't have anything.
I'm a Libra. Balance is still
You
very important
had-
to me.
You were a Libra.
Oh. So I don't have to be balanced anymore?
No, you're dead.
You know,
Okay.
you can tell that the Libras are not balanced. As a Libra, I know that's the problem.
No, we're the scales. We're supposed to be fair. Fairness is very important to us, right?
No. It means we struggle with balance.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we read a different.
My sign is
horoscope.
what's the one? What's the one that starts with a P?
Probably
Uh,
cancer.
Pisces.
Pisces.
pornography.
When
Your
it-
star sign is pornography.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
My
Without
astrology sign is
doubt.
pornography.
All right.
I
And
don't,
on
I
that
don't
note-
subscribe to none of them.
All right.
I guess make sure and go check
on
out.
that note, we also forgot to say that I will not be on next week's.
Oh,
Bears,
yes.
lunch.
Boo.
Boo.
Well, I'm going down to Florida to
Oh.
visit the family.
Okay.
Yay.
Cool.
Yeah, spend a few days in Miami, so I'll be there all next week. So
Nice.
don't have drama without me. You
Okay.
guys save
Promise.
it for when I return.
Promise we
Don't
won't have
have
no drama
anything
without you.
happen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, if you drive on I-4, make sure to wave at me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm flying.
Oh, well, wave at me.
But anyway, let's go out and support Toxic Piplup and his new endeavors with Seth and Lamar and Liana.
I mean, support Toxic. Support Seth. Support our girl Seth. Woo!
Well,
I mean,
it is
support
on
our monster
Toxic
Seth.
Channel.
Well,
Yeah, the
it's-
mud mommy. Yeah.
oh, God.
Nah.
And go check out Van Luke's stream from yesterday. Like I said, I'm about halfway through it. I'm enjoying it. So what else? I don't know what.
Yeah, leave
DMax.
some coffee beans in the chat for Van
Yeah.
Luke and some beavers.
Much encouragement for Max. Maybe before we get to that 4,000 day mark, we'll get something from him. Right now, honestly and truthfully, I think it's everybody was like after Edwin, right? I'll kind of tie this all together. So everybody was kind of after Edwin, right? When the video went, so we had to wait like 8 months for the video from Edwin. Okay, fine. But someone who was even longer than that was Nicholas DiOrio. Nicholas DiOrio has been promising a video for over a year, right? But then, unfortunately, Max has been anyway.
I'm the worst of them all. It's true.
At this time, you
It's
are.
true.
So
I mean, the only content that I have at the moment is actually DMaxHS.store. Go over there and check out all of my Commentary 2 merch that you guys can buy right here, right now. Use the promo code PPOP.
Yeah, those $50 nobody. Those 50. I didn't. Those $50 coffee mugs. But anyway, so go support your streamers. Go support your content creators. Leave those likes in the description and leave comments. Hit that like button for them. Let them know that you're there. Especially if they're entertaining you and you just find their content good. I will see you guys in the morning. my regular time over there. Nerdy John, you can find him this Saturday. He will be doing a live stream. I'm sure he'll have some content that'll be coming out during the week as well. But
the first one with K-Huck.
Yeah.
And we're interviewing CB too, so it's gonna be fun.
Sure, that's what I was going. Yeah, he's got a thing now where he's his Saturday streams are going to feature him and K-Huck, which I'm looking forward to, excited about. I think that's going to be a really good pairing. I think they're going to bounce off each other really well. I'm looking forward to that. I wish Gigi safe travels as she goes to visit family. And Seth, I wish you the best on this new endeavor that you're doing over there with your friends, and I hope it's very successful for you. So,
thank you, people.
Everyone, comment beavers. Comment beavers.
I'm
good for engagement.
I'm really proud of Seth. She's starting to become more comfortable. She's doing projects and stuff like this and making content, and I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're doing that. Seth,
okay. I'll be okay. Let me just be 100% clear. I'm only doing this because that's my friend. Okay.
Well, that's okay, and that's fine. You're making content with your friends, and that's cool. And I think that's great.
Also, disclaimer: it's not gonna be about any fucking drama or anything. So if you guys are going over
that's
there
awesome
for that,
too.
Shoot yourselves in the head.
I'm excited for more Seth content. I told Seth a while ago I wanted more Seth content, so I'm happy this is a start.
100%.
Now go over there and bully her into making more content for us.
There you go. Because I love it when more and more people are making content, because then, especially if it strikes me as amusing and funny, I get to laugh and share it and talk about it, on my morning streams. So I'm all for that. So, yay.
We all know Seth is for bullying, and this is the correct use of it. Go bully her into making more content.
Exactly.
Do it.
No.
All right. Anything else before we get out here today, guys?
Well, keep your powder dry and look for us in the funny papers.
Yeah. And John, thanks for dropping in today. Appreciate it. This is so and Seth said, you guys take care, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.